Hi, welcome to the Spiritual Gateway YouTube channel. In this pick a card we are looking at which ancestor is with you right now and why are they with you. So I have placed 3 crystals for you to choose from to help you pick your pile, and I have provided the timestamps in the description. So I will see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, so if you chose the brown crystal, this is your reading. So first I think we'll look at the ancestor, your ancestor who is around you at the moment. The first thing that I'm picking up on is that this ancestor, I feel is male, and I do feel may have had some kind of religious setting within their life. So they could have been a very religious person, and if they weren't necessarily religious, then they would have definitely had a faith. They would have had a belief in the afterlife and maybe delved into spirituality. I feel that this person is possibly somebody that has been with you for quite some time. I don't feel this ancestor is an ancestor that is just dropping in for this period of your life. I feel that they've been with you from the beginning and that they are one of your guides. I also feel that this ancestor has a connection to other lives on other planets, or in other star systems. And so I do feel there is a starseed connection here as well. So if you resonate with the idea of being a starseed, I feel that is definitely coming up for you in this reading, and that you would have possibly shared lives with this ancestor in other places, not just on the earth. However, I do feel you have had lives on the earth with this ancestor in past lives also. And they are of your bloodline, so the bloodline that you are living in today, that you are from. I'd like to say that this ancestor is somebody that probably lived at least 200 years ago. I don't feel that it's a recent ancestor. I feel that they've been gone for a very long time, and that in their life they were able to connect to spirit, or whether that was through religion or whether it was through any spiritual path of their choosing, they were able to connect to spirit, and they lived quite a successful life. But I feel it stemmed from believing in themselves and having the ability to sort of, like it says here, stand their ground and not be swayed off their own path. So they chose their path in life and they stuck with their path. And this then allowed them to live a very successful life, and it allowed them to achieve what they wanted to achieve without hurting other people, and so not really then therefore accruing any karma in their last life that they had. And so now in this life that you're living now, they are able to guide you. I feel that this ancestor, in a past life connection to you, not off planet but on this planet, I feel that to you in a past life they would have been a spiritual teacher of some sort to you, and so you would have gone to this person in your past life and you would have learned from them spiritually. And I feel now what they're doing is they're extending their teaching to you from the spirit world to help you with your life today. the reason that I feel that they're with you is because I feel that there's a few things that are coming up. I feel one is that they are helping you to find your own spiritual connection, and they're trying to encourage you to have your own beliefs, to not necessarily believe what other people say, what maybe religion says, or what people maybe say on say social media, but to actually form your own beliefs and therefore stick with your own faith and what you feel to be true to you. And they're helping you to find that and know that what you believe is worthy, and that if it's important to you, then it is important. And within that, they're helping you to stay on a path, to stand your ground, and to stick with what it is that you feel is true to you. So they help you to find your truth, but also within finding your truth, that also helps you to embody more self-worth and feel good about yourself, and know that the thoughts, the beliefs that you have are justified, and that you are worthy of feeling those things, and that what spirituality can provide you with, you're worthy of receiving. I do feel that you are going through a kind of rebirth or a transformation at the moment, and that you may have felt a little bit stuck, or like life has been a bit stagnant lately. But I feel that served a purpose, and it was because in that time you were doing healing, even if you weren't aware that you were healing. But you would have been healing, and it's not necessarily healing just from this life, but you could have been healing from past lives, or even lives that were in another reality somewhere else in the stars. And I feel that period of stagnation was very, very needed for you to be able to, it was the kind of catalyst for you to grow from. But that's lifting now, and that things are going to start actually happening for you, and you're going to start seeing a lot more movement in your life. But I feel as well that you had to change your perspective on the way you see yourself more than anything else, and that's one thing that your ancestor has been helping you with. I also feel that in childhood, you may have been, the way that you would have been programmed, whether that's through TV, parents, school, wherever that comes from, that you may have found that you found a lot of happiness and contentment within the material world, and that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel that this period of stagnation was there to serve you, to see that you can find joy outside of materialism. So there is an energy of you coming to a realization that it's not necessarily what we have that brings us the biggest joy. It's the way we feel in regards to the people around us, our environment, the smaller things in life that can actually make us really happy, and our devotion to what it is that we believe, and an understanding that we can all have our own perspectives on things, and that we don't all have to believe the same, and that's okay. there's definitely a sense of not having to fit into a box or into a category, and that you can be many things, you can enjoy many things, and that your personality or your identity even doesn't need to be kind of categorized or put into a box or labeled, that you can be one thing one day and something else another day. And that seems to be really important here. And I feel that this ancestor, this man that is guiding you in this life, is trying to bring that energy through to you, and that what you believe and what you feel is worthy and it's important, and that you can change your mind as well. And so although we are speaking earlier about how he's helping you to get onto your path, I think the energy that he's trying to bring through is that your path doesn't have to be straight. Your path can be windy, it can bend, you can go off the path and then back on the path. But as long as you stick with what you believe at any one time, and you stand your ground, and you honour your truth, that's what's important. It doesn't necessarily matter which direction the path goes in, as long as it's your truth and it feels good to you, and that you don't have to fit a mould that society may have put upon you. And so the programming that happens with us as we grow, I feel that he's helping to remove that, so that you are free to have an open mind and reach your potential and do what you came here to do, and to feel the way that feels good to you. Because this is going to help you grow into the person that you, before you came to the earth, that you already were. So the true you is going to be able to flourish and come out, and not the you that would have had any kind of trauma or would have had any kind of expectation put on them or any programming. But the true you is going to be able to come out and flourish. See, there's also an energy here of, and it will be different for everybody, but for some of you, I feel that you may have been born into families where maybe a lot of the people within your bloodline have got very logical minds, that they don't necessarily believe in the afterlife, or they don't really hold a religion, or they don't have any spiritual path. They just think you die and that's it, and it's all the spiritual stuff is a little bit woo-woo, or a bit silly, and it might be a little bit frowned upon within your family. It's going to be different extremes for different people. So for some people it might be that it's not even allowed, like it's very taboo, we don't talk about that. It's you might even be considered mad or not of sound mind if you speak of spiritual things. But I almost feel like you've come into this bloodline to actually bring the idea of spirit and an afterlife into the family, because up until now people have been very against it, or just think it's a bit silly. And like I said, it's going to be different extremes for different people within different families. But I feel this ancestor, being a spiritual person in his past life and a teacher, he would have taught you spiritually in a past life, but now he's guiding you in this life so that you can kind of break that taboo around spirituality and about, and it could even be religion. I mean, some people will be religious, but overall I feel that you've been born into this family to actually bring some open-mindedness and some spiritual knowledge in, and you may be confronted for that, and it may feel uncomfortable because it may be that we just don't speak about that in our family, but he is urging you to stand your ground and stay on your path, and that it is your destiny to go down this road, and that you are not wrong, or you're not silly, or you're not mad for thinking these things or having this pull towards this area of life, and that if it is for you, then you should stick with it, because that's what helps you be the most authentic, true you, and grow not only spiritually but physically, mentally and emotionally into the most amazing version of you that there is, or that there can be. And also in generations to come, you're freeing that taboo around this subject, and you're freeing the path for people that come after you, like children, nieces, nephews within your family, to also, if they wish, to walk the same path. And that is if they wish, because not everybody is going to want to, but just that the subject won't be so kind of disgraced, and that it will just open your bloodline up to at least the possibility, and if somebody wishes to travel that path, then they can. So I do get a very strong sense that within your bloodline in particular, that it could be that you come from a bloodline where religion, spirituality, belief in something a bit different, even if it's like simulation theory, or if you ever get accused of being a conspiracy theorist, anything where your mind is more open. I feel that it's been very hushed down, and we don't talk about that, but you're paving the way for that to kind of be allowed in a way in your bloodline for the generations to come, with the help of this ancestor. But I feel that you have got a very open mind, and I feel that you do see the truth in the world probably far easier than other people within your family. You may have been labelled a conspiracy theorist, but if that is the case for you and you have been labelled that, then know that that is part of your path, and so be it. So, you know, you are here to bring light on certain areas within the world, as well as within your own home and your own family. And don't let this dent your self-worth, because if you feel it's true for you, then it is true, and you are worthy to feel that, and you will shine from sticking to what you believe in. What you believe in will actually help your self-worth. So I hope you enjoyed that pile 1. Thank you for listening. So hi pile 2, if you chose the white crystal, this is your reading. So the ancestor that I feel is coming through to you, pile 2, is a male. I feel it's an older male, and that he possibly would have been in your life, not in your life, but in your ancestral line maybe 5 generations ago. So great granddad. I do feel that I feel that this person spent a lot of his life helping others. I feel that he was a very kind person, a very caring man, and that he may have been in a position of, I don't know, just somebody that had a lot more things available to him. So possibly somebody that did have the it was in a good place financially, and that he would have had a nice home, and he would have had access to things that made him happy, that he was able to use to then maybe help others. I feel that he was a kind of teacher, but more not your normal teacher, not sort of like somebody that would have taught at a school, more a kind of, I'd say he was very emotionally intelligent, and because of his emotional intelligence he was able to sort of like transfer that skill of emotional intelligence onto other people. So when I say teacher, I feel it's like teacher, but more not so obvious in the terms of teacher, more a teacher kind of behind the scenes. What he was doing was teaching, because he was passing on his knowledge about emotion and how we help other people and understand what other people are going through. But I don't feel he would have taught sort of academically. He would have been a healer. But I kind of want to say that I feel that he would have, his healing ability would have been in regards to mental illness. So he possibly could have studied mental illness a lot. That would have been an area of interest to him. And I feel that he would have been very knowledgeable about the brain and psychology and human behaviour. But I feel that he had a lot of empathy. I don't feel he necessarily did this just because of the money. I feel he did this because he loved people, and he did genuinely care, and he wanted to understand people better and help them understand themselves. And I also kind of feel that he would have done things as well for free. So if there were people that were poor, that needed help, I feel he would have extended his services to people that couldn't afford to pay him. And so he was very charitable. And in your life, I feel that I don't feel that this ancestor has necessarily been with you from the beginning of your life. I feel he's kind of come in now. Within the last year, he's probably been around you, so not very long, but he's around you now for a specific reason. And I do feel it's because he sees in you a little bit of what he had within him. Sorry, I had to pause the video then because I had lots of chattering in my ear from spirit, and it was, so I'd said earlier that this could be a great granddad, and I was kind of corrected. For some of you it will be a grandparent, but I need to also state that it won't be for all of you. So it is an ancestor, and we are looking around 5 generations, but for some of you it could be uncle, and I don't know why, but that was important. I had to state that, so I'm just letting you know that. So what I was saying, going back to what I was saying, he sees in you similarities to who he was. So you could be somebody that is either interested in psychology, mental health, or you could just be somebody that's extremely caring, somebody with a lot of emotional intelligence, somebody that understands other people well. Or you could be somebody that, because of his nature of being also helping people that couldn't afford to pay him, you could be somebody that is looking to start your own charity, that, you know, wants to be involved somehow in kind of charity work. And that is what he's mainly here to help you with at the moment. I feel that the reason, and it's not necessarily the meaning in the book, but the main reason for getting the rejection card here is actually because of, it's giving me the energy of you helping with his guidance. People that maybe normally would be rejected, whether that's because they haven't got the money to seek the help they need, whether that's in learning, education, whether that's in health, or just people that unfortunately I kind of want to say, I suppose it is rejected, that can be rejected by society. And I almost want to go down the criminal route. So for some of you, and it won't be all of you, it's I feel there's a pull to helping people who may have committed crimes due to their mental health, due to their upbringing, due to them maybe lacking emotional intelligence, not understanding themselves or the world, not being able to regulate their own emotions. And not being able to regulate your own emotions doesn't mean that you don't have emotional intelligence. I'm not stating that. I don't believe the two go together. I think you can struggle to regulate your emotions but still have a lot of emotional intelligence. I am that person, or have been. But I do feel that for a lot of you, you are going to be drawn to helping people that have possibly done things that society would deem as bad, which are bad, you know. People that are maybe in prison, so maybe prison work or police, that kind of area, but in a compassionate way, not in a way like I want to be a police officer because it will give me power. People have to do what I say, not in an authoritative way, although you would hold authority, but more in an empathic, compassionate sort of way, because you have an ability to understand their mind, and know what could have led them to do and make the choices that they've made. But that isn't going to be for everybody. But I do feel as well that the charity work is a big part of your path too, and this ancestor is the perfect ancestor to help you with that. And he's seen that from beyond, and he's recognized that within his bloodline there is you out here now playing your role, and you are either already working in or starting to have awareness around this kind of area, be it helping people this way with the mental health or charity work, and that you are that kind of soul that wants to give to others and help others and understand others, and he wants to help you with that. And I also feel that's why we've got Archangel Raphael here as well, because he also brings in a lot of healing. So you are a healer, but I feel you're a healer in, I feel you're an expansive healer. So you heal, your ability to heal can encompass everybody. It can be open to all, not just the people that can afford it, or maybe the people that society deems worthy of it. You have a very open mind when it comes to your empathic ability and your compassion, and I feel that you are going to go on to really to help others. But I also feel that there has been some healing that you've needed to do yourself, or that you still could be doing. And I almost feel that you may have been rejected in the past yourself, or you may have experienced what it feels like for others to not understand you or your mental health or where you're coming from, and maybe you face rejection or criticism or lack of compassion, and this could have hindered you a little bit, and he's reminding you now to raise your standards, because you are worthy of a lot more than you possibly see yourself as being worthy of. And in order to help others, you've got to help yourself first. And you can give to other people because it's what you're good at, but to give to other people successfully, you've got to give to yourself first. And I think he's helping you with that too. Oh, don't want all them. I feel that you're somebody that's very good at sitting in between duality, that you're able to see situations, people, feelings, scenarios from both sides. You're very good at being able to see both sides of the story, to be able to say in an argument you can see where both people are coming from. You're good at you're good at being able to really appreciate the beauty in all areas, and that just because of what society deems as perfect or brilliant or beautiful, you still see the beauty in maybe the damaged, the things or people that maybe society frowns upon. You're very good at being able to pull the gifts and the skill, or I want to say power even, out of the downtrodden, the people that have had it harder, and that is a gift. I mean, you may take that for granted and just think it's normal, everybody does that, but they don't. And I think when you realise that, that's maybe when you're gonna really start to take off yourself, because it is a gift that you've got, and it's something that not a lot of people have the ability to do. So that's something you should be very proud of and credit yourself for, because it's a kind of art in a way, the way that you can you can find the blessings and the amazement in all, and you have a belief that everybody deserves a chance, and everybody is worthy, and that people can make mistakes, I'm hearing as well, and that you understand that. You know people can make mistakes. You may have made mistakes yourself, but you're here to give everybody a chance, and I feel that's another way where the charity sort of comes into it too. So transformation is a big part of your journey, and it's not about just you transforming yourself, which will have, it is a thing, and that is there for you. You may have already gone through your own transformation, but helping other people through death and rebirth, through transformation, is also hugely important here, and that anybody can change their lives, and that seeing kind of like that rock bottom as a blessing, really, because then the only way is up. And if you're in a place right now where you feel you've kind of come to your lower points, your rock bottom, then I feel that this is why this card is here, and it's about you knowing that that's where you grow from, and that's where that's your catalyst for growth, and where you're going to be able to actually do your purpose. So I do feel that things that may have happened to you in your life have shaped you to become the person that you need to be today, in order to help other people and have that compassion and empathy for them. If you've recently applied for some training or some work, some study in a certain area, I feel you're going to be hearing back soon. And I feel the news is positive. So I feel this is also a kind of go ahead from spirit, from this chap, that something you've been looking at recently, whether it's training or a new work position, or something to do with charity, this is your sign. This is a go ahead, that this is it, you're on the right path, this is what you're meant to be doing, to carry on with that. He does, I feel he does talk to you. So like I said, I had to pause the video earlier because I had spirit chatting, and I believe that was the ancestors of this reading. So whoever is watching this pile, I do feel that this ancestor does communicate with you a lot, and whether that's communication through you hear it because you're quite clairaudient, or whether it's more visuals, we'll send you like images within your mind to give you indications of what he's trying to communicate to you, or whether it's just more of a clear cognizance where you just know. He does communicate with you, and he is communicating with you. So I feel like I need to say to this pile to start looking out for that, because for some of you, you may have not noticed, or you may think it's yourself, I'm being told. So it could be that you think your mind's very busy, it's always chatting. Well, some of it is going to be you chatting, but it's not all. Some of it may be actually him, because I do feel quite strongly that he's trying to connect with you. So if that's not something that you've picked up on yet, then start kind of trying to tap into that. But part of that communication as well that you are receiving from him is teaching. So I do feel that he is sort of teaching you from spirit, and he's trying to guide you and direct you into a certain area. So he'll probably be sending you signs. Owls could be a sign. I'm also getting maybe toadstools as a sign as well. So those two things, if you see them, because everybody's different, but I feel that they could be signs for you that he's trying to communicate, or that you're on the right path. But I do feel he is guiding you towards an area of study or training or work, and if you're already in this area, then he's kind of guiding you with that and helping you with that right now to accomplish that. But I do see some study coming in for you. So even if you are already employed or you're not doing any training currently, then I do feel that's going to come up for you in the future. And I'm hearing the number 8, so that 8, all I hear is 8, so it could be within 8 weeks, 8 days, it could be 8 months. And I know this is a bit backward, because I know that the 8th month is actually August. But I'm not hearing August, even though I'm hearing the number 8. I'm getting the month October. Yeah, and that's just how I'm getting it. So October, or maybe the 8th of October, could be important for you. So yeah, I'll let you interpret that number 8 the way that you feel is best. But if you're here and you're not kind of doing much at the moment, and you're wondering where your life's going or what's going on, or what you're supposed to be doing, there is something big for you to do. But you need to believe that you're capable. And I think once you start believing in your capabilities, and even if that sounds very simple, because it's just down to the personality that you have, that is still your capability, and in your personality is what's gonna, regardless of training, learning, studying, working, it starts with you as a person and who you are. So rise up to the true you, because who you are is somebody to be proud of, because you, like I said, you have this amazing ability to see the good in all, and that level of compassion and empathy that you are able to hold as well. It is a superpower, and it's something that can get you very far in life, and it can help you to really help other people, and the gratitude and the appreciation that would come from others for that would actually then show you how capable you are, and how worthy, and how you should be seeing yourself in that true light. Yeah, so we'll just end on that card there. And so he helps you, and then in return you help others, and it is going to be a journey, but you have the right kind of aspects of you that can make this journey possible. So I hope you enjoyed that pile 2. Hi pile 3, so if you chose the black crystal, this is your reading. So for this pile, I actually feel like you have more than one ancestor around you at the moment that is guiding you. So it's almost like a kind of joint effort. I feel that there are two people, male and female, and I feel that they would have been together. So they would have been married or in a relationship when they were here and they were alive. And I feel as a twosome together, they're able to bring you in the guidance that you need right now. I feel that they're a little bit closer to you in terms of generations than maybe the other two piles were. So I feel that your ancestors here, the two that have come through to you, maybe only go back a few generations. You may have already known them, you may have met them in this life. So it could be like great grandparents. I don't feel it's as soon as grandparents. I feel it's great grandparents or great auntie and uncle. For all of you it will be different. So for some of you it will be great grandparents, some people it will be great auntie and uncle. Obviously if your grandparents, your great grandparents are still here, it possibly could be then the generation back from that one. But I don't feel it's far removed from you, the relationship, the generational distance. For your pile, I feel that these two people would have done very well in regards to family, marriage, creating a home, that area of life. And so therefore they would have been, I do feel they were happily married, and in spirit they're still together now, very happy. And I do feel they would have had children, and then just raised a really beautiful family, really. And I feel that that's the kind of area that they're helping you with at the moment. And whether that's helping you to find the right partner, or whether it's helping you to raise your own children if you have children, or if you don't have children, it could be helping you to be ready to actually have children. If children isn't on the cards for you, or even a relationship isn't on the cards for you, then I still feel it's the birthing of something special. And so it could be you having your own business, your own career, where you create what happens within it. So it would be your own business. I'll read some tarot and see what comes out. I am hearing getting along, so I do feel this part is very much about being in union with other people or another person, and appreciating each other and being able to get along, I suppose. It's the only words that I can use that are coming to mind. So yeah, working together to make something that's successful, that's happy. And again, this could be in regards to business, so it could be about you, and if you're not of the family type, then it could be about you finding the perfect business partner, or if you've already got a business partner, then just working well with that person, or with the people that you do have share your career with. For some of you, and it's not going to be for all of you, I do feel that something that you've been trying for is about to come your way, something that you've put a lot of work and effort in. into. So if you are trying for a baby, I do feel that that could be coming up for you soon. But then on the other hand as well, if you're somebody that has, see, I'm hearing website, so if you've either been creating your own website, making your own website, or you've asked somebody else to do that for you and you've been waiting for that to be launched, I feel that is coming up for you very soon too as well. I am picking up that there could have been some kind of tension as well when it comes to you and your relationships with other people, whether that's business relationships, work relationships, whether it's family, friends, romantic. It doesn't matter, and it could be all, it could be just one of those areas, but it'll be different for everybody. But I do feel that there has been some tension around you and forming relationships or keeping relationships. And I feel that these ancestors are here to help you with that area of life as well at the moment. I do feel that there could have been some hurt in the past from other people towards yourself that may have knocked your confidence or just really hurt your feelings, that could have caused some kind of depression or upset or anxiety. But I do feel that will be lifting soon, because your ancestors are here to help you with that area of your life. But also, one of the things that they're helping you with as well is that they were able to form such a lovely marriage and relationship because they were good at, each individually were good at seeking out the right person for them. So it's not necessarily about being a good judge of character, because some people are bad and some people are good, which is a thing, but it's more about just knowing how you resonate with another person and merging the two vibrations of each of you to form that perfect kind of frequency within your relationship. So seeking out and trusting your ability to seek out the right people for you. And I'm not sure if that in the past with this group you've struggled to find maybe friends, because or even romantic partners, because the people that you've been drawn to or that have seemed to have gravitated into your life, you haven't necessarily been on the same kind of similar frequency, and so therefore the vibration between you is kind of off, the friendship doesn't work. Whereas I feel that your ancestors here are actually helping you now to be able to judge or just pick out really the people that you are gonna do well with, that, you know, if you heard the term bounce off each other, and that's what I'm kind of getting. That's what your ancestors are sort of saying to me, that you'll be able to find the person and you'll end up bouncing off one another in a good way, because that's their energy is right for your energy, just like your energy is right for their energy, rather than it being sort of two energies that don't bounce well together, don't mix well, which can cause them friction and upset within that relationship. So I do feel a new friend group coming in for you as well. So at the moment, if you've got friends and you don't sit comfortably with them, or they've become distant, or you don't have friends and you want friends in your life, then I do feel that there's a new friendship group coming in for you. And if you're the sort of person that doesn't like to be in a big friendship group, and I kind of see 3 people, so you and 2 others, which isn't too big, isn't too small. If you are someone that prefers a bigger friendship group, that's always open to you. But initially for this reading, I am seeing a 3-person friendship, with you kind of in the centre and then 2 other people. So that is something I do see coming in for you, and that these ancestors, this married couple, are helping to bring in for you. So with the removing obstacles card here, it's about you, your ancestors are helping move any obstacles that might be between you and your new friendship group. But for some of you, I do feel as well that there's obstacles that have been put in the way when it comes to you finding the right romantic partner, and that is something that's going to be coming in for you too, and those obstacles will also be removed. I also feel that for some of you, there could have been something in the past where you were quite badly hurt by another person, and whether this was a friend or whether it was a lover, I feel that somebody did actually do something that was quite bad. I mean, it could have been quite harmful, or it could have just been emotionally traumatic. But I do feel if you've been seeking any kind of justice around that you are going to be getting that justice soon. It is going to go in your favour. So if that's something that's going to maybe go to court, you will be getting justice for that, and it will be in your favour. If it's not something that is necessarily going to go to court, then you will be receiving justice in another way. So I just feel there's some kind of karma that's going to play out for another person that may have hurt you in the past. And I'm not seeing anything terrible or awful. I'm just something that is, I'm just hearing fair's fair. And so whoever hurt you, there is going to be some karma that they need to work through now, and that's been put upon them, and that you will, I also feel that you will be going forward, and life is going to be better for you. Life is going to be happier. You're going to have learned from whatever this was with this other person in your past, but that learning and that scenario, what you had to go through, served its purpose, and you will look back, and you will, even though it would have hurt you and it's something that wasn't nice, you will see how it has helped you now, because there would have been some learning in that for you. And even if that learning was as simple as who you trust going forward, but it will have given you that learning. And I do feel that you're going to see that play out, and how that unfolds for you very soon. I'm also hearing that there's a holiday coming up for some of you. So for some of you, it's more of a retreat. Couldn't get my words out then. But for most of you, I feel it's a holiday, it's a break, and it's something that you've been planning, or even if you haven't been planning it, it's something that you deserve. It's something that it's kind of, I'm hearing it's well earned. It's a well earned holiday, and that you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be just what you need to start again, to have a fresh start. I do feel it may not be till the summer, or maybe spring, but you're going to start, if you haven't started planning a holiday yet, you will be starting to plan it soon. Because I do feel that's going to be really important time in this year for you, this holiday, because I also feel that from this holiday you're going to gain some strength from it. So whether it's you just feel a lot better, it gives you it serves your mental health, it lifts any kind of depression, or whether it's a newfound sense of kind of confidence that comes from this holiday. Because I'm hearing that you trust in the ability to enjoy yourself and that you can create your own joy, you can create your own fun, you don't need to rely on another. And although I don't think you're going to be alone on this holiday, and that you will be with other people, I mean, you could be alone, but for the majority of you, I think you'll go with others. I still feel that this holiday is going to give you a sense of independence in being able to create your own fun, your own entertainment, your own joy, and your own happiness. So I do think this holiday that's coming up for you is very, very important. And I feel that divinely behind the scenes, without your awareness, the holiday is something that your ancestors have been trying to manifest for you and bring into your reality, and it's something they have been working on. I'm hearing it's just what you need. So yeah, I do feel that this holiday is just what you need. For some of you as well, going back to parenting and raising family, if you've already got children, it could be a holiday that you go on with your children, and it although it is what you need, it could be just what the family needs. It could be that as a family you need to reconnect, and this holiday is the perfect time for you to reconnect with your loved ones, your family, your children. Maybe if you've got a partner or husband or wife, then with them too. But I feel it's going to be a good family bonding time for you, and the people in your family. I do feel there's some healing coming in for you around your family and around your relationships, and it's something that you may have already been working on, but you're going to start to see that coming together now. So all the bits of different things that you may have done are kind of going to start marrying up now and coming together to make so you see the end result of the effort you've put in. And then just to end your reading, I do feel that ultimately these ancestors are here to offer you healing when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your connection with other people. And I do feel that coming true for you, and that healing does happen. And so therefore for many of you, I do feel that if you've got a certain wish, whether that's regarding having a family of your own, like having children, or whether it's to find the person that you want to spend your life with romantically, a friendship group, or even a business partner, I do feel that wish is coming in for you, because your ancestors here have been working with you and they've helped this to happen, and they've been removing obstacles but putting other things like holidays and such in place in order for the healing to take place and for this wish to be granted. So there's more connection coming into your life for you in the near future, and I do feel you're going to be very happy. So that's it for you, Part 3. Thank you.